A crossover has returned and Season 37 Essence 2 has been revealed. Let's begin. This week we're getting the Lime Friends Part 1 returning. That is a crossover that we had quite a while ago at this point. The return of this crossover should bring the Mercenary A-tier skin Brown and also the Entomologist A-tier skin Coney to the store. Both of these skins should be available for echoes only for 1,388 echoes each. I'm not completely sure if we're getting the return of all the rest of the content that we kind of had in the first part of this crossover, including things like furniture and different rewards, but let's just talk about those ones anyway. The furniture that may return this week includes the Photographer Sally B-tier furniture piece and the Brown Stuffed Toy A-tier furniture piece. That is an interesting big teddy bear. I've seen it in some people's rooms. It is massive. And we also may see the return of some of the rewards that came with this crossover, including a ton of portraits, some graffitis, and a portrait frames. Another thing that we're getting this week is we're getting the KOA 8, I believe, Champion Celebration event. Because recently we had the KOA 8 finals and the team spoilers, Zeta won the tournament. We're getting an event where you get bonus logic points during this event, however long it's going to be. There's going to be a reward during this event that is a champion portrait that should just be for the team Zeta, and they said that champion costumes will return to the store. So I'm assuming that includes all of the champion skins that we've had so far. Each year they release 2, so I'm assuming that's going to bring back everything. Another thing that we're getting this week is we're getting a fix for Knights. So recently apparently a lot of people or a lot of players pointed out that Knight's decoding speed was kind of different than whatever it said in his kind of notes or something, or the other way around. I'm not really sure exactly which way around it was. But anyway, Netease has announced that they've noticed the mistake and are going to fix it. So next patch, his decoding speed is actually going to be minus 20%. I'm not really sure what his current one was. Was it minus 10, minus 15? But I believe it's now going to be changed to minus 20. This is what they initially intended. So whatever decoding speed he currently has is not the one that they wanted him to have. As an apology and the reward for pointing out this mistake, players will receive 10 rank essences next patch. So that's quite exciting. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting one of the accessories this season. And yet another thing that we're getting this week is we're getting 2 character days, including Forward's character day on the 15th of May. That's going to be his 6th character day, meaning he's getting a special portrait. And the one that I'm most excited about, that most people have probably already noticed, is that Undead is getting his character day on the 18th of May. It's going to be his 4th character day, meaning he's getting an emote. And have I been waiting for an emote? I have indeed. Have I done all the Undead character days? I don't know. I might have some coins saved up if I don't, but whatever, we'll work it out on the day. Okay, let's talk about some future content because we had some interesting things revealed last week. We had Escapologist Abilities revealed and they are very interesting. As I have been doing for quite some time now, I've reacted live to them. There's a live stream and also a video that I did that was a recording and edited version of it if you want to go and watch my live reactions to it. But basically he has 4 different external traits. The first one is Smoke Screen, one of the 2 most impressive ones for sure. With this ability he can throw his Theorable, I think that's how you pronounce it, wherever it lands it will create a giant donut shaped smoke wall. Yes, I was expecting it to be a dome, but it's more like a donut. Hunters cannot use Aura Reveal's abilities to see survivors near the smoke. Hunters' projectiles, such as Ripper's Foggy Blade and even bombs throwing, will not go through the wall. They'll kind of just hit it as if it was a solid wall. Survivors who leave the smoke wall will give a loud sound notification shortly after leaving the smoke wall. It's actually 6-7 seconds, so it's not that short. Escapologist doesn't leave footprints near the wall, but at the same time, he gets revealed to the hunter if they are both near the wall. So I'm not really sure what the point of that is. We have yet to see him in the test server, so I'm excited to see exactly how his ability works here. The second external trait is Escape Act, another really impressive ability where we're not completely sure how this is going to work. Depending on the translation here, it could mean something really good, or it could be kind of meh. If there is a Theorable next to a rocket chair that a survivor is placed on, and we don't know if those are placed on every rocket chair or you have to place them manually, Escapologist can select a rocket chair within a certain radius of that chair that the survivor is on to teleport them to that one. Doing this will pause the rocket chair process until the teleport, and I also think the kind of freezing timer is over, and this will lock the survivor in the chair for 6 seconds. I think the rocket chair progress doesn't go up for an entire 6 seconds plus the teleport. I'm not completely sure though. This does not work for basement chairs though. His third external trait is Misdirection. That basically just means that he can absorb 1 hit, or 1 hit that is worth 1 or more damage. If it's less than that, I think he still gets hit. If he gets hit by an attack like this, like a Terror Shock or a normal hit, he will teleport a few steps forward. I believe this only activates once though. Hopefully that's not just every single time. And his fourth external trait is called Anticipation, where his vaulting speed is increased by 10%. You can see all survivors when someone is ballooned, including the ballooned survivor, and he also has a decreased decoding speed of minus 15%. This ability, I'm assuming, is so he can kind of predict or know which chairs to send people to where there might be someone who's able to rescue immediately. Very interesting abilities. We have yet to see what he's like in real life because, you know, some of these abilities could be really strong, also could just be kind of not that impressive. We really do need to see. I think he is going to be quite strong, as I think Netease usually gives decoding debuffs and kind of all of these other kind of limitations to abilities when they are going to be too strong. But yeah, as we're getting this new survivor, they've also just revealed season 37. Is it 37? 27? I wrote 27. I think it's 37. Essence 2 that is coming on May 22nd, along with the new survivor, of course. And this essence has, of course, revealed the S tier skin for Escapologist. We don't know the name for it yet, but it is an interesting looking one for sure. I don't have any opinions on the skin yet because I want to see what it looks like in game. We've also got an A tier skin for Enchantress and an A tier skin for Naiad that have some more traditional looking ones for this theme. You can also see at the bottom of the poster there that there are some B tier skins coming for this essence, including B tiers for Explorer, Entomologist, Pharaoh Lady, Fool's Gold, and also Wax Artist. The theme is Egyptian mythology or Field of Reeds, and reportedly it's a continuation of Season 4. Yes, Season 4 Essence 2's lore. So this was the essence that included Dreamwear's S tier, I believe, Gamekeeper's A tier, and Explorer's A tier. Okay, now let's talk about Line Crossover Part 2 that is coming on May 29th. They gave us some reveals for the skins that we're getting for this second part, as the first part is just to warm us up, I assume, for the next part. There will be 2 new skins, including an A tier skin called Sally for Mechanic, and another one for Fire Investigator that's also A tier called Leonard. I believe that's how you pronounce that name, if I'm correct. I'm not a super big fan of the Mechanic one. I think it looks relatively plain. You know, it has a Mechanic vibe to it, but that's fine. But Fire Investigator's one is by far my favorite. I'm a big fan of his kind of green froggy kind of color. I think it's really fun, and the color is very bold and interesting for Identity 5, as we don't get that many green skins, I would say, overall. We also know that during this event, we're getting some limited furniture, including Choco's Shopping Town, that is a bear pushing a shopping trolley, Flying Coney, that basically is a coney balloon, I think. We've got Leonard the guitarist, that is a frog playing a guitar. And as a free reward during this event, so if you participate in the event whilst it's going on, we'll be able to get the Line Friends LED sign. A very cute crossover, I would say, and it's nice to see Line crossover come back once again. And the thing that we've got coming on May 20th is we're getting Netease Connect. Now, this is also called Netease Game 520. That is an annual live event where they kind of talk about different types of Netease games. This live stream is expected, as it usually does, I believe, every year, to give us some Identity 5 news. So basically any kind of upcoming events. Maybe we'll get a little bit more about the story event, maybe a trailer, I don't really know. Maybe they'll just repeat some of the stuff that they've already announced, as they've already announced quite a lot so far. But yeah, quite interesting nonetheless. If you haven't already, make sure you click on the video that's right there. If I've remembered to put it there, I believe that's my reaction to the recent reveal of the new survivor.